Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. So we have seen this whole thing about what is Mithya, what is Satyam, what is... The Jiva is nothing but Brahman. That's important to see that you are nothing but that limitless consciousness. Functionally, you are a Jiva. Functionally. Would you enter the functioning world with the understanding that you are Brahman? That you are that consciousness which has no limits. So even being a human being is playing a role. The human being plays the roles. But human being itself is a role. Once you know the truth, human being itself is a role. Yeah. I am a human being is no big statement. It sounds like a big statement for people, but I believe in humanism. ठीक है. Another ism, और क्या बोलेगा? But the fact is that human being is also a role. That's why there is, when religious teaching comes, it gets a little bit shaky, Have you seen the spin-off of Big Bang Theory called Young Sheldon? How he harasses that priest, poor guy. Because we are all talking from a human standpoint. That's why all this thing comes up. And we are bringing God down to our level. The understanding is Jagat Karanam Brahman. Then you invoke him and as you want. That's not a problem. That's invocation. Your personal way of relating. Because if you are relating to Jagat Karanam Brahman, everything is in harmony. Everything is in order. Everything is perfect then. What has to be changed? Nothing. But human beings cause problem. That's also part of the order. You're being given the freedom. Aren't you given the freedom to do what you want? But because the freedom is so total, there are some guidelines. The guidelines becomes universal dharma. Universal, not religion based. Universal dharma. Yeah. Not culture based. Universal. Yeah. So those are guidelines that works across the board. Yeah. So keeping all that in mind. Yes. So I think this part up to now is fairly clear, right? For this camp. Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. Jivo Brahmeva na aparaha. Then there were some questions in terms of, not my phone, no. After Soumya showed me how to put it off, anyone else's phone off, say, So keeping that in mind, now how do you gain this knowledge? Any knowledge, worldly, religious, spiritual, whatever, requires a pramana, a means of knowledge. This is important, that a pramana is necessary. And here the pramana happens to be the shabda, the word. Okay? Therefore the Upanishad, the Gita, etc., or the books like that becomes a pramana. So Atma Vare Shrotavya. For Brahma Darshanam, for knowing Brahman, what the statement is, Atma Vare Drashtavya. See the self as yourself. See it. Why see? Because it should be that direct, immediate, clear. Seeing is direct, it is immediate. It is not postponed like logic, inference. And there is a clarity of it. Why? देखा हुआ है, मेरे आंखों देखा बात है. what I've seen. So Atma Vare Drashtavya. Darshanartham kim kartavyam. What should you do for darshana? See? Then Shrotavya. Listen. Listen to the teaching. Okay. Listen to a sampradaya with. That is why study groups don't deliver the job. Unless the person who is taking a study group has studied enough to become a teacher. Then it becomes a teaching. And then the discussion, etc., helps clarifying things. That will work. Otherwise, it has to be taught, learned from someone who knows. Plus, he knows the methodology of teaching. That's why in between here and there I was pointing out the prakriyas, how the methodology is working. Okay. So, to listen without any of your mind interference, any of your likes and interference, to keep your opinions, etc., apart, listen. It requires a certain skill. Doesn't come easy. To be very alert and relaxed at the same time. Yeah. You have to be alert. But alert doesn't mean you're tense and think, I can't miss a point. You will miss lots of points. Alert, but relaxed at the same time. Let the mind go with the words, as I said, especially in the unfolding is happening. Chandrashaka Nyaya, I said, don't discuss the tree. From the tree has moved to the branch. Coconut hai, neem hai, people hai, banyan hai, wo sab chhod do. Go. Swamiji, but coconut tree doesn't have branches. You mentioned coconut. Now you know where you're stuck. That was deliberately mentioned. Yeah. So Shravanam is like that. But you will have doubts. Yeah. So you will get an insight. If you listen like this, any class where there is an unfoldment, you will get an insight. That's why some class people will comment, today's class was wonderful. Yeah, I know. I'll also nod. That means what? They gained some insight in that class. Everything clicked together into place. I'm not arrogant enough to say, I'm wonderful all the time. No. I teach all the time. So in this unfoldment, Shravanam, later after the insight has come, you will have doubts. It's unavoidable. Therefore, mantavya, mananam. I don't have doubts. Here is where discussions, etc., will help to challenge your understanding. Mananam, really speaking, is to challenge your understanding. Challenge it. Either from Ekadesha questions, meaning random questions that come up, or systematically. Systematically, take a stand, either on science or Tarka or Sankhya or whatever. Question. Those doubts can come either from your own experience of the world. I'm so caught up in this, I don't know how to drop that. Okay. Certain roles I find it difficult to drop. True, certain roles are difficult to drop. Yeah, I put my life and sweat and blood into that role. It's difficult to drop. Yeah. That role made me. That role has made you what you are. Then that role is difficult to drop. Isn't it? If by playing a role, you became a very highly competent person, successful, competent person, then to drop that role is difficult. It's natural, na? Natural. Yeah. For me, it is that warrior thinking and all. It's been part of me for lifetimes. Lifetimes. Every past life I remember, I've been a warrior, I've been in war, I've lost people in war, achieved success in war, all that. Let the thinking remain, role attachment drop. Yeah. Let the competency remain, other things drop. It's a role. I can't have a warrior role when I'm teaching, na? मार के सिखाएगा. I can't do that. Not that I'm not tempted. Joking, okay. So, to drop all that and just from your experiences you will challenge the understanding. From your own experiences. From somebody else's thinking. Unless he has that doubt, I didn't realize I had the same doubt. It happens often, isn't it? मेरा भी वही doubt है. So, answering, clarifying all that is mananam, important part of learning. So, learn to challenge your own understanding. So, we used to do this in the ashram a lot when we were students. Create Purvapakshas. Arguments against Vedanta. Like once, this was before I joined the ashram. There was a Ramayana expert. When I was part of the Chinmaya mission setup, there was a Ramayana expert. So Ramayana is generally interpreted, Rama is Paramatma, and all that. Sita is the peace that belongs, that peace is taken away when you get into Kama, Raga, Dvesha. मैं बोला इसको मैं वही उल्टा करता हूँ. Rama is running around doing everything, na? Rama is the Jiva. Paramatma किधर से आया? Jiva है. Sita is a Brahman. Ulta, complete. Jambavan Guru. That's why when he gave the Upadesha, Akhandakara Vritti, Hanuman became so. Pura usko ulta kar diya. And I told this man, see, this is it. That can't be true. I said, but sir, logical. Look at this. No, that is not. That is not the tradition. Maybe it's time to change the tradition. I was a brash youngster, okay. Poor guy, he got harassed. If you could answer all that, which is easy to answer. How do you answer? That Rama is running around doing everything, so he should be the Jiva. How would you answer that? Right now, Maranam. Huh? Exactly. It's Brahman himself that appears as a Jiva. No? Simple. If you understand a bit of Vedanta, it's simple. So challenge your understanding. This is Ramayana. Similarly, challenge your understanding about Vedanta. According to science, consciousness is the evolute of matter. When matter evolves to a certain point, consciousness manifests itself. Ulta hai. I'm not going to answer that. You all answer that. I have answered that in a lot of classes, but no, you all answer that. Challenge your understanding. Yeah. Science is studying consciousness. Which consciousness are you studying? Me, the limitless consciousness? Then which consciousness? What is manifest in your mind? What is manifest in an organism? That manifested thing you can study. Why? Anantam Chaitanyam is not an object of perception. Therefore cannot be studied. Cannot be objectified. But you're saying Atma Vare Drashtavya. ये क्या बात हो गया अभी? Can you see there are seeming contradictions, not real contradictions? Answering all this is called mananam. Mananam. Yeah. That's why I preempted that by saying the knowledge should be as clear as though you have seen it. Another simple purva. Are you sure Atma can be understood by words? Are you sure of that? Pramana, Shabda Pramana will work? Are you all dead sure? Okay. I am going to use words. Yeah. Ekatma Bhavan, the way you are all staying, is designed so beautifully. You enter at the ground level, +1, -1. So you got 3 floors, but only 1 flight to be climbed, max. It's a beautiful structure, isn't it? So the description is Shabda, and you gain knowledge. Correct? Words, and you gain knowledge. Another description. By the side of the land we have picked up of the ashram, about 1 kilometer away, there's a nice river flowing by and everything. You gain some knowledge. But if you notice in both the cases, everything that you understand by words is also understood by perception. Then how can Shabda be an independent pramana? Or how will you understand the Atma if you don't know anything about it? Go home and think about it, okay? Mananam karne ka. Kar lo zara. Correct? It's all part of Mananam. To challenge your understanding and answer it. Okay. So we can wait at least until Friday before I answer that. So those who attend the class, either Swaminis or mine, will be answered, okay? Or you can ask there again, if you are not answered by yourself. This is wrestling with the arguments. You become stronger in the process. You go to the gym to lift weights, why? To become stronger. This is your mental weightlifting, okay? Mental power lifter. All right, all doubts are cleared. I'm clear. Koi doubts nahi. But I don't feel anything. When I'm discussing Vedanta, it's all very clear. When I'm sitting in a class, it's all very clear. When I'm discussing also, it's all very clear. But बाहर जाते हैं ना, गड़बड़ हो जाते हैं. I look at that character, I start getting irritated, idiot. I forget he is Brahman, I am Brahman. वो सब भूल जाएगा. At least, can you take the irritation also as Brahman? No, irritation, okay. What happened to all the knowledge? Moment you walked in home, all the problems hit you, na, when you go back. All waiting. Probably for some people it started at the airport itself. Laptop. Tomorrow's work. 2 days I was not in the office, all the things piling up. So I'm Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman, क्या हो गया इसको? What happened to that? It's not a fact of my life yet. Yeah.
24/7 thinking,
Yeah.
Everything that
I go back to my old, what we call in English as meat and potatoes thinking. Food means meat and potatoes. Oh, sorry, this is India. We have to say North BA, South BA. Dal chawal thinking or curd rice thinking. North India, dal chawal is routine, food with dal chawal. South India, routine, comfort food, curd rice. I get back into that thinking, into my same, that rut. Habitual, this is called a habitual pattern. My mind goes back into that habitual pattern. And I need to break that habitual patterns. Swami Chinmayanji used to put it very nicely. What has gone in through the years should sink into the heart. Otherwise, it leak from the mouth. He used to tell it that to us, okay, we are all going to be teachers. It leaked through the mouth because you have not made it your own. Make it your own. We'll tell others also. You know, I've been studying Vedanta for 5 years. You're new, na? I'll tell you some things. इधर भी होता है. I remember in one of the camps, this lady goes and asks another lady, you know, I've been studying Vedanta for 3 years from Swamiji. How long have you been studying? That lady smiled and said, for some time. No, tell me how long. Said 12 years. Oh my God. I thought I was great because I studied 3 years. And here is somebody who studied 12 years. Abhi kya bolu? This type of problem comes up because there is no learning. वो श्रवण में अटक गए, उधर भी नहीं हो गए. Even श्रवण has not happened properly. Yeah. So it is a question of how do you make this knowledge sink into the heart? That's what we call nididhyasanam. If you notice this camp, morning meditation was more nididhyasanam, no? Yeah, some planning was there in it. Not much, thoda sa, idhar udhar. Hey, this is what I have done. Okay, then I will do this. All right, fine. Yeah. Because we have to work complementary, you know. When there is more than one teacher working, it has to be complementary functioning. Who said independent sadhus, Vedanta teachers can't be team players? Koi rule hai? No, independent characters. Yeah, we are all independent guys. So we are so independent, team playing is easy. What's the big deal? So, this nididhyasanam is what makes it sink into you. Old example, Rasgulla. Old example of Rasgulla. How do you make the Rasgulla? First you make the gulla, those paneer balls. Then you dip it in the sugar syrup. It's not that you dip it and take it. It's not that you are eating a chip with some dip in it. No. You soak it for a few hours. That hot rasgulla, hot gulla has to go into the rasa and has to soak until the rasa permeates the gulla. Then it becomes rasagulla. Same way here. This knowledge has to permeate the every thought that you have. Take some time. When you do that nididhyasana, the knowledge settles into you. So even when life's challenges wring you out, whether you are talking to your beloved or fighting a war, you are never away from the knowledge. It's there with you. Yeah. After all, both are Mithya, na? War is Satyam mode. Relationship is Satyam mode. But Mithya depends on Satyam. Na? Satyam is always there, so knowledge is always there with you, of the Satyam. Yeah. Yeah, with the knowledge in you, you can very kindly chop off somebody's head also. Why not? In war I'm talking about, not otherwise. Yeah. Na hanye hanyamane sharire. Na hanye hanyamane sharire. You can heal somebody also. It depends on what you're functioning as. The knowledge is never lost. That some writers call as nishta. Your rootedness in this knowledge. How well rooted you are in the knowledge. So nididhyasana. Therefore, Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam becomes the main sadhana in Vedanta. I have not elaborated it too much, just touched upon it. I think one camp I had done this whole Atma Shrotavya, that became the whole camp. Yeah. So this I'm just touching upon it. This is what you do. This is how you integrate the knowledge into your life. So a lot of Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam. Lots meaning the quality matters more than the quantity, always. One good Sampradaya with class is fine, a week. Yeah, one class. 2, 3, more than that don't try. When you're having a full-fledged job, don't try more than 2, 3 in a week. Then it'll become like, you're doing this, you're doing this. That is FOMO, fear of missing out. Yeah. Keep one class as your main class. This is my main class. If I can get something else, I'll get something else. Yeah. I joined for the Gita. All right, so Gita is your main class. No, but some Upanishad is happening there. Okay, listen, but this is your main. You follow the track here, because from the Gita we'll go to the Upanishad, we'll do things. Most classes. Some classes I don't. After Gita I leave it. So, that way. Yeah. I want to listen to this person, I want to listen to that guy. Nothing wrong in listening to everyone. But each person has, if all of them are Sampradayavits, you will not have a problem. You just have to get used to a different style of personality, that's all. But if they are not Sampradayavits, it's different. And it's always difficult to judge who is and who is not. To evaluate is difficult. Yeah. One thing to look over it, is he categorical? If he is not categorical, then you know you are on track. But then you are used to categorical thinking. Then what happens? You also fall into that. It's so clear, so easy to understand. Na? This is it. So clear. But it is not like that. Satyam and Mithya are not two separate things. Characteristics of, one psychologist came to my class. After 3 months, made a chart like this. This is Satyam, this is Mithya, this is this. Don't you think my understanding is good? I said, you are Shabda Jnanam, not Shabdartha Jnanam. You understood the word, but not the meaning thereof. But the meaning is all clear. I said, now put one on top of the other. Put one on top of the other. Now that is clarity. But that's confusion. I said, इसको वेदांत सीखने के लिए बहुत मेरे को स्ट्रगल करना पड़ेगा. For her to understand Vedanta, I'll have to struggle a lot. But the person didn't survive my struggle. Now what can I do? होता है. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. Becomes an example for me, that's all. Nothing more than that. Because it is not categorization, it is where the Mithya is, there the Satyam is. So you can't separate. This is Atma, this is Anatma. Atma Lakshanam, Anatma Lakshanam. This is what? A for apple, B for ball class, what? With Sattva, Rajas, Tamas you can do that. What is Sattvic, what is Rajasic, what is Tamasic, you can do. But there also you have to be careful that you don't categorize. With Sattvic knowledge, I will do Sattvic action. With Rajasic knowledge, Rajasic action. Correct? What is Sattvic knowledge? Vedanta Jnanam. With Vedanta Jnanam, are you going to do sattvic action? Akarta abhokta. Can you see where categorization creates a problem? Then with rajasic action, how can you do sattvic action with rajasic knowledge? Because rajasic knowledge is knowledge of duality. With rajasic knowledge, how will you do sattvic action? Tell me that. Come on, at least.
Supposing I'm a doctor, I can choose
Huh?
supposing I'm a doctor, I can choose to work in the villages or
Okay, but there's an easier way. How? Come on, guys, think. Huh? With rajasic knowledge, how will I make my action sattvic? Because all action is dependent on rajasic knowledge. Karma yoga, exactly. Karma yoga is sattvic action. Simple. But we are using rajasic knowledge. Because all knowledge is predominantly sattvic. Then there you are creating further divisions. It's not black and white. Can you see that? It is not black and white. It is this type of thinking that will make you understand Vedanta. So your pattern of thinking. For the worldly knowledge, you have to categorize it. Good. But I'm telling you, when you get exposed to Vedantic way of thinking, no? The non-categorical thinking, going to the core issue, you will find your understanding of other topics are also better, because you learn to take the holistic view very well. Yeah. Because your vision is broader. Your vision is broader. So then comes to your life. How will you live your life to gain this knowledge? Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam is choiceless. Actually, Shravanam is enough if you are an Uttamadhikari. If you are like Maitreyi, Gargi, etc. in the Upanishad, Shvetaketu, Arjuna, Shravana Matram. You don't need anything more than that. Because Pramana is used in Shravanam. The means of knowledge is used in Shravanam. Clicks. Okay. Yeah. Shvetaketu. Oh Lord, that's so beautiful. Can you tell me once again? Once again. Now it's all clear. Maitreyi, Gargi, all in Upanishad is full of examples like that. But other than the Upanishads and the Gita, thoda mushkil hai milne ko. Shravana matrena. So Mananam Nididhyasanam comes in. Your life comes into the picture. How are you going to live? Two lifestyles. Sannyasa or Karma Yoga. Lokesmin Dividha Nishta Pura Prokta Mayanaga. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam. Gita. Two lifestyles. Either you can live a life of sannyasa, where you have single priority, only moksha. Or you live a life of karma yoga. Moksha is ultimate priority, I have other priorities also along with that. But in both, it is living by priorities. It's important to clarify your life priorities. Without clarifying life priorities, there is no karma yoga. What is your priority? Summing up, the need behind the desire, stated desire and the need behind the desire. That is your priority. Not priority in the what to do first, what to do second. First get a job, then get married, then have kids. That is like sequencing, that is not priority. Why do you need to get married? That is priority. Why do you need to get married? Understanding that. Everyone gets married. No, everyone doesn't get married. Why? So, without understanding life priorities, there is no karma yoga. There is no sannyasa also. Because sannyas also has got one priority. In fact, 3. छोटी रखता है ना. For moksha, what is your this thing? The Shastra, the Guru, Ishvara. That's the 3-stranded choti. Yeah. When you're a student, that's kept. When you take sannyasa, that's chopped off. Only moksha. That is Vidvat sannyasa. When? Been there, done that. It's all clear for you. Chalo. Or Vibhidisha sannyasa. For the sake of knowledge, I take sannyasa. As a lifestyle, I choose to live a lifestyle of only moksha, nothing else. That means learning and teaching is all the thing I have in my life. Other things? Thoda bhiksha ke liye. Body and soul has to be kept together. So you go for bhiksha. Things like that are there. But morning, afternoon, evening, night, only Vedanta and Sanskrit. Thoda Sanskrit because the language is important. Yeah. So that is the sannyasa lifestyle. If you are ready for it, it's great. If you are not ready for it, it's a pain. Yeah. Really, if you are ready for it, it is good. If you are not ready for it, it's like going on the fast track, going on the expressway, 120 miles an hour. Is a car good enough to do that? My tires have been worn out. Then what? You will end up in the ditch. So, your mind has to be ready for it. That I don't need other things. Been there, done that. Yeah. No, Swamiji, I like sannyasa life. But you know, it's a bit lonely. Go get married. Go pick up a partner. Finish their need and then come. Yeah. Swamiji, I am married, but I want to take sannyasa. Take your wife's permission and come. Or husband's permission and come. Otherwise, are you willing to treat it like a divorce? And the other person can go with anyone else? How can you do that? How can you do that? You are not ready. Yeah, the person can do that. Okay, then you are ready. Are you seeing this, what I am trying to say? That what it entails. What it entails. Yeah. Swamiji, my partner has left me, now I want to take sannyas. That's called Nashta Bharya, Nashta Rajyam, Rogam. No, you have got all these problems because of that you want to take. That's escapism. It doesn't work. That way it doesn't work. It should be full conscious choice that this is the only thing I want in life now. Everything else I have taken care of. I don't need anything many more. If you can do that, then sannyasa will work. Because then, whole day, what are you doing other than Vedanta? Yeah. Like people are, Swamiji, what did you do last night? What did you do? Definitely I was not partying. Because I passed by your road and I saw the light on in your window. ये क्या डिलाइला हो गया क्या? I saw the light when I passed by her window. I saw the flickering. What is that? Martin will know that song. No, no, you don't know Delilah. Tom Jones. That was my savior after the war. For me, that song. It helped me heal lots. Anyway, what I was doing, reading. What are you reading? Either Vedanta or something connected with it. और क्या करें? So, what else is there in your life? You are being pickled in this knowledge. Rasgulla. Whole days that only. That's the only advantage of sannyasa life. Nothing else. Otherwise, if you have other priorities, other needs in life, karma yoga lifestyle. It's a beautiful lifestyle. You are doing sadhana 24/7. It is not that you are doing sadhana for half an hour in the morning, 1 hour in the morning. No. बहुत तपस करना पड़ता है यार तैची पढ़ने के लिए. सुबह 1.5 घंटा, शाम को 1.5 घंटा. Morning all the yang practices, breathing and all that thing. And evening all the yin practices. 3 hours sadhana. Oh my God, lots of sadhana. Vedanta sadhana is not 3 hours, 24/7. Because karma yoga. Karma yoga is 24/7. Attitudes. Every action you do is Ishvara Arpanam, offered to the Lord. There are levels of that. You make a conscious offering if you are not yet understood Ishvara's cosmic order. If the order is not clear, then make a conscious offering. If the order is clear, offering it's automatic. And result, prasada. Success, failure, what? Because prasada, every day you get laddu for prasada. What? Some days it's just water, tirtha, sacred water. In other words, what do you call that in Hindi? Kiya karaya par pari fek diya na. Prasada, some days prasada, ashes, sab jal gaya, everything. And forget making profits or loss. The whole capital itself is burnt off. Theek hai, laga do. Prasada, it is not called ashes, it is called vibhuti, the glory of the Lord. Because what happened is exactly in the order of things. Yeah. Exactly. No. Prasada. That attitude, what can shake you? Tell me. Only one thing can be bigger. Yadircha labha santushtaha. Whatever comes by chance, I am happy with it. आज भिक्षा नहीं मिला, दीक्षा नहीं मिला, आज एकादशी है. Sadhus don't maintain, usually sadhus who are living on bhiksha don't have separate ekadashi and all. That's why they ask me, Swamiji, do you fast for ekadashi? I have to say, kabhi ekadashi? आज क्या है? आज चतुर्थी है ना? Today is चतुर्थी है ना? अभी calculate करना पड़ेगा ekadashi कभी. Why? I have been used to living on bhiksha. When you get food, it is you eat. If you don't get food, you don't eat. Simple as that. Yeah. I mean, it's true, it's a long way back, but 6-7 years like that is a good strong thing, background to have. Prasada. Yadischa labha santushta. That's the nth level of prasada buddhi. I'm not ready for that. Okay, then karma yoga buddhi. Prasada buddhi. Ishvara arpana. I want things, I work for it. Result is prasada. Great for your mind. 24/7. You just imagine, the person you love is angry with you and attacking you. And in your mind you're saying, prasada, there's a beautiful order in it. I accept that. You remain non-reactive. But you respond to the person as necessary, with empathy, with love, with understanding. You're very angry. Yes, I'm angry. Because you perceive what I had done as something wrong, not conducive to us. Yes. Yeah, I can see that. I'm sorry about that. What happens to the anger? Not fair. You didn't allow me to be angry enough. Correct? Everything is simple in life because there is acceptance. Not simple acceptance. Simple acceptance if you can't. Reluctant acceptance. अब लॉस हो गया यार क्या करूँ? प्रसादा, ओके ठीक है प्रसादा है. आज विभूति मिला. सक्सेस लड्डू मिला आज. मैसूर पाक मिला. आहा मजा है. 24/7 you are in sadhana, na? What greater sadhana can you do? People always ask me, Swamiji, what sadhana should I do? हाँ थोड़ा जपा सब कर लो ठीक है अच्छा ही. The more busy you are, the more sadhana you can do, na? Karma yoga mein. I'm a very busy man. I'm a corporate executive. I'm a trader. You need lot of prasada buddhi. There is no trader in the world who has made 10 investments and made money on all 10 investments. Right? Yeah. Surendra and Martin all know the trading world. Nobody makes money on all 10. If you make 5, 6, if you make, that can compensate for the 4 you have lost. Lot of prasada buddhi necessary, you know. In fact, once I was going to do a workshop with one of the, who's that? Nirav something. Huh? He's a very well known. Hey, this guy, he has been mentored by that guy. He used to come on TV and things like that also. We were supposed to do a program together. He would talk about the trade, this thing, and I was going to talk about how fear and greed drive the market and how to handle fear and greed. Because it's true, fear and greed drive the market. So how to handle that fear and greed. And he would talk about the technical aspects of the market. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. Prasada. Are you getting the whole idea? This is how you live. This is a karma yoga attitude. You do. Any field, you need prasada buddhi, ishvara arpana buddhi. Something getting married tomorrow. Lot of prasada buddhi. Acceptance. Samjhe, my marriage is officially breaking up tomorrow. Final order is going to be passed by the court. Prasada buddhi. Lots of it. Yeah. Because you have to accept and heal, no? Yeah, you have to not only accept, you have to heal there from that pain of that. Yeah. Prasada. Samjhe, but all these things happen in the past. Revisit and see how you would have handled it better with prasada buddhi. That's called learning from your own past. Revisit them. See how if you had had Ishvara Arpana and Prasada Buddhi, how the whole thing would have been handled much better. So with this insight, when you're looking at your past, you become even better. You're relearning from your past. You learned something then, but you're also reacting at that time. Now when you're looking backwards, you're more at peace at the end of it. Chalo yaar, reva de. As a you say. Rene de. Letting go becomes easier. Yeah. Is there any better way to live? Yeah. Living in the knowledge. There's only a better way. But this gets you ready for that. Yeah. So whole life becomes, at any age, at any stage, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Even if I am at the stage, ab to bilkul buda hu, goli khakar jeeta hu, that stage, you look back and learn from the whole thing, na? And you become wiser today than what you were when you went through. Then you can say, now only moksha. Moksha, here I come. Yeah. This is how you live. You live with this and you do Shravana Manana and Nididhyasana. Before you know it, you are free. Yeah. I'm not joking. I'm saying this on the basis of my own anubhava. Honestly, when I started studying, I thought this will take a whole lifetime, if I'm lucky. So I did a whole course under Swamiji. But by God's grace, I missed few months in between. By emergency period, I had a contract with the government. So I had to make a voyage at that time. ठीक है, voyage करके आया. I used that as an excuse to go to Rishikesh. Tada, bye bye. They thought I'm going to come back. I had said, I'm going to Rishikesh. When we go to Rishikesh, you don't usually come back, you know. Yeah. I thought, whole life, क्या करने का? जब करो, पट करो, तब करो, और क्या? ये ऋषिकेश. This is Rishikesh. Fine. One day Swamiji called me. Come. Yes, Swamiji. What all have you studied? There's so many Siddhi Grantha, whole Brahma Sutra, Siddhi Grantha, that text. Swamiji, what next? Nothing. Just sit down. Watch the Ganga. Something like Vipassana for those. So morning you get up, you finish your meditation, this, that, etc. in the room, have a cup of tea, come out, what are you doing? Watching the Ganga. Go have a bite, come back, watch the Ganga. Lunch, come back, too hot, okay. Stay inside the shadow or in the room, watch the Ganga. Evening, watch the Ganga. Night Bhiksha, watch the Ganga. Go to sleep. Next day, same thing. 3 months. What happens? All the knowledge settles down in you. Then he came back. So, how was it? Great, Swamiji. It's all fine. Good. Now go. Confuse all the people. Ready? How do you think I came to Bombay? I never planned. I had no plans of coming back to Bombay. I had no plans of doing anything. In fact, he asked me in 83, what are your plans? I said, no plans. Began and ended with the knowledge. What about the robes? Right now, Swamiji, if you give me the robes, I'll wear it right now. And he thought, your father? I said, yeah. Okay, wait for some time. All right. क्या फर्क पड़ा? I'm leading the life. Robes है नहीं है, what difference does it make? There is a convenience of the robes. You know what is the convenience? Somebody is born, somebody is getting married, somebody is dying, somebody has a funeral, you wear the same dress and go. You simplified life, you don't have to think. आज क्या पहनूं? Whatever color of orange is available in the market. In a few months you will find a different color. Because Sagar and Sonali has got a beautiful set of color to me. Very nice color, very nice cloth. I can just wash it and wear it. I don't even have to iron it. I say. So what? सोचना पड़ता है. Simplification. Life is simple. I'm joking, but the idea is this, that your whole life becomes a sadhana for Vedanta. Then before you know it, is all clear. It's integrated into your life. After that you're free to do what you want. You know, in one of the texts, the student, after saying, the guru gives him an advice. Because the guy is functioning in society. He says, Murkhavat achare. Live like the other fools in the society, he says. Meaning, don't create a disturbance in the society. Vedanta no. Murkhavat acharya. Like the other fools you also. Meaning, you do what has to be done, and that's it. Yeah. Murkhavat. Like is not a fool. Yeah. It's dissimilar. But similar at the same time. It's different but similar. Not the same. Hello. No, you know it well enough, you can teach. Teach. You have picked up the methodology of teaching, then teach. Now I can create some awareness of things, do it. In fact, I had a student, she expired a couple of days, years back. Some of you know her, Mrs. Raheja, Lajja Raheja. Lajja Ben, some of you know, all of you know that. She had a posh apartment at Breach Candy. 1600 square feet, 3-bedroom apartment in Breach Candy. One of the costliest properties in Bombay. Next to the American consulate. Overlooking the sea. She would drive her own car. Okay? Enough money, not to have to work for anything. Good position to be in. Because if you have that much of money, it frees you, you can do what you want. Or you have to be like me. You can do what you want. Either your needs should be low or your income should be high. Either way it will work. Either way it will work. I mean, I'm a practical man. I'm talking about practical things. I'm very practical. Yeah. I have money to help others also. Why? My needs are little. Yeah. Or in her case, like luxurious lifestyle. What would she do all day? You all know her, no? What would she be doing all day? What is that? हाँ 2 minutes में आ जाता हूँ. So whole day what would you do? What are you doing whole day? She is doing some class, some discussions, some pujas, some this thing. And she would take a small class. She says, Swamiji, these people are not even ready to think about Vedanta. I'll take some small things for them and then I'll get them to you. Great work. Living a sannyasa lifestyle, even though she was rich and this, that. Lifestyle was what? What is your focus? The focus was this. Yeah. Her focus was this. Yeah. And one evening she had a little bit heart, this thing troubling her and all. Her daughter was out of town. Go to the doctor, this, that. Yeah, okay. She knew it was time. She didn't bother. She went off. Kidhar ga? Kidhar nahi, idhar hi. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? It's not the lifestyle, it's what your focus. So it's not that, again, don't be categorical. This is sannyasa, this is karma. I gave that example to see that how it's non-categorical all the time. Yeah. That's how you live. And if you live like that, you're free. Before you know it, you got your freedom. Nobody gives freedom to you. Freedom is Atma Swarupa. You discover that. All you have to do is discover that. So whatever you need to get your mind ready, do that. If getting into a relationship will get your mind ready, do that. Working out will get your mind ready, do that. Earning money will get your mind ready, do that. Giving up that money will get your mind ready, do that. Do what it takes. Simple thing to live by. Do what it takes. That's getting real in life. You get real in life. Do what it takes. Simple. Yeah. और क्या है? और कुछ नहीं है. You're free. What else to bother? Any questions on this or? Picture is clear. Ekdam. Yeah. Vedanta is not all that difficult. It's something simple and nice and you enjoy the whole process also. Sometimes here and there you may struggle a bit. That's okay. We all have struggled with our minds. We all have. We know. And we all have survived. So you know. You're fine.
Swamiji, can I have a
Yeah?
word? Can I have a word?
Yeah, shoot.
You have answered my problem,
Huh?
You have answered my problem now.
Good, thank you.
After retirement, I find now with my daughter doing a work from home, one room goes,
Yeah,
wife cannot hear, she can't hear the bell,
yeah.
there's no telephone money. And I'm left out in this other room.
Hmm.
And whenever I am concentrating on my morning time, I'll never lift the phone, nothing. I'm a doorman, so that role I take up in the morning. Milkman, then vegetable man,
Yeah.
ice cream man,
Yeah.
then the Amazon.
Amazon man. All that you have to take care of.
Amazon, then the kachra fellow. Yeah, and the people come, the postman will come in the afternoon at 1:30.
I know.
Then the servant who is cleaning the vessel
Yeah.
will come at 1:45.
Yeah.
5 minutes before only she will go to sleep. And once she opens the door, she comes in, then she will come out to talk to us. So I have now got the answer.
Yeah, exactly. Prasada, everything is
Everything is
there.
Brahman.
But Narayan underwent a surgery in a hospital room and he attended my online class from the hospital bed. Okay? That's why he's getting it. Yeah, getting it. So that is the spirit when you have that. Yeah. So when you live like that, life is fine. Life is great. Life is challenges. Yeah, अच्छा है. नहीं तो बोर हो जाएगा. You get bored. Hey, these people are into script writing and everything. Just imagine making a movie. Guy grows up. Child is born and he grows up. Topper in school, great sports person, no failure in life. All the way to another part of this city, a girl grows like that. Beautiful, charming, great dancer. They meet in college, fall in love. No rivals on the scene. Parents are thrilled with their choices. They get married, have a child. Another part of the city, another similar couple has got married. They have a daughter. They both go following the family tradition to the same college. They meet. They fall in love. Again, no issues, no rival, no villain on the scene. And parents are thrilled. They get married. Then they have a kid. And the movie ends with the shot of 3 generations. Will that movie sell? The producer will have to sell his shirt. बोर हो गया ये मूवी क्या है ये?
One fellow opened the door yesterday. One fellow was telling the speaker, you know, everybody is praying Rama and Krishna, Rama for Ramayana and Krishna for Mahabharata and all that. Nobody is thinking that there would have been no Ramayana without Ravana.
Exactly. Correct.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. So ऐसे ही इधर हो जाएगा ना. If your life is like this, it's boring यार. But Swamiji, my life is more or less normal. That is called the challenge of the normal. You grow in a normal life. Is it easy to grow if you have made challenges like how I had to meet? Something or the other happening, things going wrong. Past, now life is smooth. Smooth? Some people are making it smoother for me. Yeah. But if his life is normal and you have to grow in that, that's where Karma Yoga works even better. The challenge of the normal. But good place to stop. Okay. Om Tat Sat.